You know, I've always been against these state border closures right from the get-go. It's been a shocking example of the delinquency of our states. They're all for the nation when they want money or help, but they're all for their own provincial needs and parochial politics when it suits them. As a nation, we've crushed the coronavirus pandemic. But Tasmania, South Australia, Western Australia, Queensland and the Northern Territory closed their borders to the largest states, Victoria and New South Wales. Never mind the damage to national cohesion and recovery, and never mind the damage to their own economies. For instance, Treasury says opening the borders would add $650 million a month to the Queensland economy alone. Still, the Gold Coast theme parks are opening regardless.
We certainly need those borders open. There's no question about that. We do rely on that interstate visitation, and we do think that, if you look at the weather today, my gosh, if I was in Melbourne or Sydney, I'd be wanting to be up here.
But not even Superman, Batman or Wonder Woman can cross the Queensland border for a holiday. A group of Queensland and New South Wales businesses are running a high court challenge against the border closures, as you know, and now the federal government is stepping up. The Attorney-General, Christian Porter, will back the case, much to the chagrin of the Labor Premier in his home state of Western Australia.
Christian Porter says the Commonwealth will assist the High Court on points of constitutional law. The Morrison government's view clear: state borders should be open. That means attempting to argue there must be free trade and movement between states, and the COVID-19 threat is no longer enough to keep them closed, even though there's still community transmission in New South Wales and Victoria.
I think it's unnecessary for the Commonwealth to do this. I think they're not reflecting the wishes and will of the people of Western Australia.
The issue has also fired up the traditional footy-based rivalry between South Australia and Victoria, with the Big V delivering a shirt front to the Crow Eaters.
Look, I don't want to be offensive to South Australians, but why would you want to go there? Why would you want to go there? Holiday here.
Well, once you start these sort of spats, they quickly tend to turn into rumbles, don't they? Have a look at how the Adelaide Advertiser responded. The scandal-plagued Premier of virus-plagued Victoria sledges South Australia. Not bad. Well done by the Advertiser. The story went on to target Victoria's gloomy weather and overrated coffee. Good stuff. And South Australia's Premier joined in, turning to defence on Twitter and then offering this clip as a counter-attack.
I don't want to be offensive to South Australians, but why would you want to go there? Why would you want to go there?
Well, to borrow from another sporting code, that's a bit of an own goal, isn't it? Stephen Marshall is spruiking his state's tourism delights, but he's got his borders closed. Now, it's a great place. You'll find no argument from me. As an ex-Crow eater and an Adelaide Crows ambassador, I'm always spruiking for our free settler state. But that's the point. We can't visit. You've got your borders closed. Marshall won't let me or Daniel Andrews or any of the nearly 18 million Australians who live in Victoria, New South Wales or Queensland into his state for a holiday for at least another month. That's some marketing ploy, isn't it? We're a great state to visit, but we'll block you at the border. Let me quote the Premier of New South Wales again, Gladys Berejiklian. She's spot on. Just open the borders.